grief. You have to grieve. You have to grieve for that loss of identity. You have to grieve for what you wanted but you never got. You have to grieve for those lost years. And you have to grieve for what you have been through. But that process does pass. And it's something that needs to be done, but very little is said about it. We believe that that's it. We have a knock and we can shake it off because we bypass our emotions, because that's how society has lived, where we've never understood the emotional wound that an event or a tragedy or anything that affects us will leave an emotional imprint on us. But over the years, over centuries, civilization has cut itself off from feeling because we've been living up here. We just think we can think things out, think our way through. But we can't, because there's other aspects of our body. We have a heart. We feel things in our heart. Then we've got our gut. And all of these areas in our body sends us messages. It's all connected. And that's why we have so many health issues. We have so many mental health issues, because all we've done is burnt this out. The brain, we've just been relying on the brain. We've just been on the surface. But we won't go down here. We won't make that journey from here, to the heart, because if we go to the heart, we have to feel. And when we feel, that will bring up uncomfortable feelings. It will bring up old trauma. It will bring up old memories. It will bring up regret. It will bring up shame. It will bring up all of those difficult feelings that we run away from. And we all run away in our own way. We all will find something to escape. You know, drugs, drink, food, gambling, sex, music. We are always trying to escape from ourselves, from what we feel. But all these things do is they give you we put a plaster on it. We just dampen what we feel. Or perhaps we need a bit of Dutch courage. So we'll have a drink, or we'll take some drugs, or we'll do something to fit into a group. But that isn't the true you. But when you have been through your grieving process, and that's what the healing journey is all about. The healing journey is about grieving and opening up to yourself, opening up the channels between these three languages, the language of the mind, the heart, and the gut, and tuning into your intuition and stepping into that true power that we were all born into. You see, we believe that children are not smart. They are. When they come into the world, babies know. Babies know exactly how to get the attention that they need. And then as they get older, intuitively, children learn, but they soak things up. They are more aware of the atmosphere that they are living in. Even if parents are like, shh, 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 don't fight in front of the kids. They still can tell. They can still tell, even if you're not even shouting or whatever, they will feel the atmosphere. They will feel the discomfort, because their intuition is on full power. They can feel things because they're sensitive, because that's how we come into this world. We come into this world sensitive. But what happens as we get older, the more knocks we have, the more cynical we become, and the more we cut ourselves off because we don't want to feel, because nobody's told us how how do we deal with those difficult feelings that we've got? So some people will then start using God. Oh, it was God's way. It was God's will. You're going to have a better life when you leave. When you leave this earth, you're going to have a better life. You know, it's a test. It's a test. Don't worry. Don't worry, it's a test. But that isn't helpful. Those words are not helpful. They're not supporting that person's feelings. That you're just teaching them to bypass it, to accept more suffering. Because it's okay, I'm going to go to a better place. But how much of that baggage do you take on your shoulders? How much of it do you carry? Then eventually one day, the knees give way. And you can't do it. Because there's something that's telling you inside, hang on, this isn't right. I can't carry this whole weight of this world on my shoulders, in my head, in my gut. And what eventually will happen is that grief, that stress, all of that will start eating away at your body. This vessel that we live in, because this is a vessel. Within us is our soul, is another part of us. But this body will start giving away. And even though through medication, we can prolong your life, but it's what's the quality of the life that you have left at the end. You see, I've worked in social care now for 20 years, and I see people at the end of their life and the amount of regret that they carry because they sacrificed the key and the most precious things that we can have in our lives. It's not money. It's not this fake wealth, because eventually the body will give in. But what it is, that is human connection. The relationships that they sacrificed, the regret of the things that they didn't do, how they didn't appreciate their youth. And all those things, they all tally up. So when it comes to the end, we leave with a whole load of regret. And what happens is, when people lose all hope in life, we're all there at the end, aren't we? To wish them well and say how good they were and how much we will miss them. But when they were alive, you never picked up the phone. You never sent them a message. And we walked the other side of the road because we felt uncomfortable, because we didn't know how to deal with that person's grief or how to talk to that person. Everyone will turn up for a party, but the people that walk with you in your darkness are your true people. So yeah, it's all about grief. Deal with it. Deal with your wounds so that you can truly connect with people. Go through the process. Heal yourself and become the best version of you.